So the big picture for this lesson is angular and linear speeds. So here are the three different types of information you're working with. First of all is frequency, and that's RPM or revolutions per minute. That's how many rotations you're getting per how much time. Angular speed is the angular velocity. That's radians per minute, which is not RPM. Radians and revolutions are two different things, but you can convert from one to the other pretty easily. And then there's linear speed, which is a distance per time, not amount of rotation per time. So angular speed is amount of rotation per time. Linear speed is distance traveled per time. So to go from frequency to angular speed, you multiply by the number of radians in a full rotation, which is 2 pi. So you multiply by 2 pi to go from frequency to angular speed. And if you want to go the other way, you divide by 2 pi. To go from angular speed to linear speed, you multiply by the radius. And to go the other way, you divide by the radius. So let's try some numbers here. Let's say you have 50 RPMs. To get the angular speed, you multiply that by 2 pi. So the units work like this: 50 revolutions per minute times 2 pi radians per revolution. That gives you, because the revolutions cancel out here, 100 pi radians per minute. And that's your angular speed. Now if you want to go to linear speed, you need to know the distance from center. Okay, so imagine that this is a stick spinning around in a circle, just rotating around. If you're right here, your linear speed is going to be slower than if you're here or here. And think about it, the further away you are from the center, the more distance you have to travel because the circumference is bigger. But since this is spinning at the same rate, you're doing one rotation in the same amount of time. So the further away you are, the faster and faster you're going. So let's say in this case you're on this circle here and the radius is 4 inches. If you wanted to find the linear speed, you take this 100 pi radians per minute and then multiply by 4 inches, and that will give you 400 pi inches per minute. Okay, so that's what you're dealing with: frequency, angular speed, and linear speed. And that's the big picture.